Everyone, so today we're going to be taking off the wheel hubs on the rear because the rim shop I got my rim from, they over torqued one and snapped one of my lug nuts. So we're going to be changing these rear hubs out, and I'm only going to be changing the other side because I kind of want to keep them the same. These are the old ones that came with the car, so we're just going to put new ones on it and fix this one, of course, because I'm running on 4 lugs right now. And well, 4 studs, and I kind of want that 5th one back. And like I said, we're going to do the same to the other side, that way it has a new one on it. But I've already loosened up the lug nuts to take off this rim, and we're going to pop this center cap here with a flathead screwdriver, and it just comes straight out. And then next we have a tool set that comes with all these parts, and these are made for this big old lug nut right here in the very middle of your tire. So we stick the size that we need in there. Then we're going to take our socket, and we're going to take a little extension to get past the rim and just put it right on there. It breaks free just like that. You back it out just a little bit. And now that we have it backed out some, or probably should back out just a little bit more, because once we get off the ground, we're going to put the parking brake on. That'll keep the wheel from turning and allow us to take it off the rest of the way. But we're just going to get right to the edge so it just comes off, and a couple of twists once we get off the ground. So it's right there at the edge. And I have my jack stand right there on the differential, and that'll jack up both sides at the same time, so I can do it to both sides all at once. But I'm only going to show this side because it's the exact same. But I'm going to go over there real quick, loosen up that nut, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to take this off, take the wheel off, and then we're going to get to removing that hub. Alright, so we got the car off the ground. We got 2 jack stands. We're going to put one on this side and one on the other side. So in case that drops, these will catch it, because like it's only on the differential right now, and that's not overly secure. So we're gonna put one right here, and I'll put one the exact same style on the other side, and then we'll lower the jack stand down onto it. And we're just gonna slowly twist it. We're just going to put the jack up against this, but not too much, and that's just going to make sure that there's support, so in case one of those stands gives out, this jack will help catch it. So now we're going to take off the wheel. And hopefully that guy cut it off good, because if he did, that means as soon as I take off this lug, it'll just slip right off, and you'll see where the damage is. couple wiggles. You can see kind of some feet where you cut it off. And we got a little piece of metal stuck down in there, but that's what's left of it. And for the most part, it's undamaged. The wheel is, the rim. So we're gonna put this off to the side. And now this is just a little spacer, so we're gonna take this off so we don't lose it. And now we're just gonna take off this nut. And so that big old nut comes off, and this is what keeps this piece on. And the washer's attached, so don't worry about losing it. Next, we're going to take off this little screw because we're going to have to remove this brake caliper. And also we'll remove the rotor. Rotor and caliper have to come off. We're going to take them off together though, as one unit. So just break the bolts. And our parking brake is currently not on due to the fact that it just squeezed this. And we don't want it to be squeezed. If it was squeezed, we couldn't remove it as easy. Now I don't think we can set this brake, rotor, and caliper on the ground since the brake line's too short. So we're going to find something to sit them on. And we gotta get a different size because this one has two different size bolts to take off the brake caliper. The top one's an 18 and the bottom one's a 13 millimeter. Things on there tight, and I can't fit a breaker bar in here due to the fact how small it is. So we're going to get a little interesting. goes on there very tight. Nope, extension won't work. Trying to get it from hitting stuff. We're just gonna go really slow. Alright, so there's the bottom one. And now we gotta switch back to the 18mm for the top. We don't want to pull it off just yet because we still have to set it on stuff. So let me see if I have something. I have the other side hub, so we're just going to set the box right there and hopefully it'll be high enough. Alright, so the second bolt's out. And I don't know if this one's got enough. Never mind, it does. And we're just gonna lean it up like this. There we go. Not pulling on anything. See, just enough. All right, now we gotta take this off. There's one, two. Oh crap, this is gonna be tight. 1, 2, 3 bolts on the back. And this right here is our emergency brake. Squeezes on the inside of the rotor. And that's why we didn't want it, because it just squeezed that rotor and we couldn't get it off if it was tight. So now we want to break those bolts on the back. Which we're going to need an extension for because they are back in there. Now I believe these are like 15mm. Or they're 13. They're one or the other. We'll find out here in a sec. I'm going to try 15. They're at 13, but there's stuff in the way, so hopefully that doesn't affect us breaking these free. We're going to take the extension off for this one because it's right there. There's some that I can't really get a ratchet to, but this one I should be able to. Nope. Hopefully I don't have to go down to the really small socket set because that's going to really suck. This does not look like it's gonna be fun. Looks like I'm gonna have to use little wrenches because nothing gets in there. Alright, so I got a wrench in there. Hopefully I can break it free. Oh my gosh. This is why mechanics charge a lot. It's not fun. I think I moved it a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. Oh my gosh, that's tough. I hope it backs out far enough because it's got a piece of metal behind it. Alright, so that one's free. Let's see if I can break free another one. This one's even worse. I don't know who thought it'd be a great idea to put 3 bolts where it was hard to get to them. Let's crawl underneath and see if maybe I can get the bottom one off with a ratchet so that I can give myself a break with it. Alright, you can pause for a minute. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I was doing a little bit wrong. We got a screwdriver now and a hammer, and we have to actually knock this back some. And now free up room behind it to get the tools in that we need. I didn't realize that. So now we got more space. We're back to removing these these bolts on the back. The 3 of them. And when stuff breaks, Chris fix it. That's what I say. And that's actually what I do before I do my stuff. I get on YouTube and I watch Chris fix to make sure that I'm doing it right. And some of the stuff I've done before, but I still look up Chris fix just to see if there's any tips or stuff that I haven't done before. Like stuff while doing it that just helps or makes the job go easier. That way, I don't have any problems. Almost got number 1 out. Still wish they would have made this a little bit easier to do. But it's not as bad now that we have this axle rod knocked back in a little bit. Alright, so almost there. Alright, and that is 1 out. It doesn't come all the way out, so we just slide it back enough where it's not in the hole anymore. And now we're on to number 2. But you're going to try to get the socket set on to break it free, because this one's really going to suck breaking it free by hand because it's in a dip. Short extension, not long. Alright, it's on. And now we're just going to get some leverage and push. I wish I could get a breaker bar on this thing, but I can't. There it goes. we're gonna move down to the small socket set to try to fit in there without stripping this. Very tiny, so it's gonna be more work. Fun. I think the socket's stuck in there now. Wasn't joking when I said this was tight. There it is. This video is going to be 20 minutes long and me just removing these bolts. Almost there. That's number 2. Now I'm gonna crawl underneath for number 3. Hopefully I can break it free. So that one fits, so let's see if I can fit the bigger one with the long extension, because it's kind of back in there. We're gonna put both extensions on. If this works, it'll give us extra leverage. Alright, so I got up in there. Oh, I can feel my back pop. Oh! Oh crap. Oh, there it is. I thought I lost the socket set. We'll take off that short one. Might not need the slide hammer, which I rented, because this one looks to just be coming right off. Ah. If this wasn't popping off, we have a slide hammer in the car that would hook onto 3 of these, and you lock them down with the lug nuts. And then you screw the slide hammer into the attachment and you just bang it till it slides off. Alright, that one's getting a little too big, so we're going to grab the mini one and finish it off with that. tap this middle out just a little bit more. And that's because it's sticking on it and causing problems for me. See how it slid back some more? We're going to hold it and just pull. And that should open up a little bit more space in the back. Like that, it came off. See, it's the old one, and here's our new one. And the best part is unwrapping it. It's always fun to unwrap it. You hate to buy it, but you like to unwrap it. Making sure all our bolts are accounted for. And now we're going to take our screwdriver and go to Phillips. We have some thread locker we're going to put back on this. You can see how tied up against it that was. This one was making it hard. And there's our 3 bolts, which are being pushed in right now by the back of this, which we need to get that up when we put the new one in. Alright. You almost straight?
Oh, I was already recording.
Alright, so there's a lot of dirt on the inside of this, so we're just wiping it down with our finger. On my other finger's a little bit of lubricant. This lubricant, we're just going to lightly rub right here on this. And not too much, but it's just going to make it a little bit easier. When we put it back on, you'll kind of hold it. And then we'll also put a little bit right here on the corners, because when we put it back in, we want it to hold. And I mean, we want it to actually slip in, but we want it to be, the lubricant will just help it in case I ever need to take it out again. And they'll self-apply it. Once I push in, it'll rub itself all around the inside. I'm just putting it on the edge because it'll catch and get pushed in there. And this is high temp lubricant because of where it's going. So that should be enough. And we'll just take our new one, make sure the bolts line up, and it should just slip on there. You might have to lift it up from the back. Oh, come on. Let's set it up. And just like that, it slips on. But we can't turn it, so we need to line it up here. Gosh. I do not like the fact that we can't turn this because it makes us have to work. Oh, never mind. Haha, look how stupid I am. It does turn. Alright, so you're just gonna push it. And actually, we have one locked in there just a little bit. And the one vital thing we can't forget is thread locker. Always need your thread locker, so just put that in there. And that stuff tastes like crap. I would not recommend doing that unless you just don't care, like me. A little bit of thread locker on each. And let's see if we can reach the bottom. Alright, so there's some thread locker on each of them. And we're just going to take our little wrench and try tying them all down. And we want to tie them down all evenly. We're going to do that one first. And then we'll go straight across. We're going to do this one by hand and with the wrench. Alright, now that one's in a little bit. Now we're going to get the bottom one and we'll start tying them all down. Alright, we got that one in there the most. Now we're going to snug down the top ones. We have not snugged down the bottom one. It's just on there. It's just almost all the way snugged. So we just did that because that one's going to take more time. You know you want to go on. Nope, can't get the socket set on. Alright, that one's down. So now we're gonna get this side. feel like I should play some music in this video since I've been so quiet. Don't look at me, this isn't fun. Okay. Okay, the bottom one's tying down pretty good. Now just the top two. And that'll be the end of changing these out. And one, just a little bit more action. Then we just crank down on number 2. And that seems like that'll be enough to hold those. So now all that's left is just to add our big old nut back on. She's around here somewhere. If I lost it, that'd be really funny, but really sad at the same time. Where? Am I blind? This?
Oh, wait, no.
It's not that. Where'd it go?
You idiot.
Dude, like, oh no, it's over there. Hand me that big nut. I set it way farther than I thought. Alright, so just, this goes. Let's make sure one more time. Okay, tight. I know that bottom one's tight. I'm not going to check that one again. We're just going to make sure our top two don't move. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, so that's tight. That moves just a little. This will tighten it down the rest of the way. Hand me the 35. That one right there, yes. 35 millimeter and the big old socket set that we rented to take this off, because I do not own a 35 millimeter socket. And now I still have coilovers left to do, which this is 3 days later, and I'm finally getting around to getting everything done for the back. So I'm not gonna put this back on, this rotor and caliper back on. I'm just gonna tighten down this nut some, and then in this video, and then pick up on part 2 of my coilover video, which if you guys want to see that. And see, the reason it's turning is I got a limited slip differential, which is cool. It actually is. So, just a little bit of pressure, just make sure it's tight. I'll tighten it back down some more when it's on the ground. But for now, I'm gonna end this video. That's how you change the hub. Please come back and watch my coilover videos. And please subscribe if you like the content. Thank you for watching this video. And I got about another 4 hours ahead of me, so I got a long night. So please really subscribe, because this is gonna be a fun night for me. Thanks for watching though.